Hello, this is Shawn Lamar Daniels. I'm a freelance hairstylist and naturalist. I'm here with my client who she didn't want to be mentioned because she doesn't have any makeup and her face on and all of that type of thing. But right now we're going to do sewing extensions. We're talking about redefining natural hair. And what many people don't realize is that sewing extensions are actually a part of that. My client has been transitioning from relaxed to natural, and she took a big chop. When did you take your big chop? When did you take your big chop? You remember?
Mm-hmm.
When did you take it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I haven't done that.
You okay. No, when I mean big chop, when did you cut off the relaxed hair?
Oh, in August.
Okay, my client is saying she went and cut off her hair in August, and actually where the color starts, which I'll show you, where the colored portion starts here in the brown versus where the black is the part where she has since transitioned into a fully natural state. So all of this hair on her head is natural. And as I was explaining to her, most of the clients who I do sew-ins on are actually natural clients. They just choose to wear extensions to protect their hair from any heat damage or styling damage. They just, choose to braid it down. I purposely have started filming in this portion to show where the growth pattern of her hair versus this part, so you can see, exactly where she is in her journey. So since August, that's been about 3 months, and as we progress with the sew-in process over time, she'll begin to, notice a lot of growth in her hair, and then decide, if she wants to continue with her, wearing her hair by itself, or, continue with extensions, or alternate between the two, etc., etc. So, I believe you had a question earlier, which was about the hair growth of your hair. What were some of the problems that you experienced with growing your hair previously?
Seems like it would grow out uneven.
Okay. So, would
Or having some breakage in some areas.
okay. Is that from just the daily combing, or how often did you comb it, or what tool did you use to comb it?
I was using the white tooth comb.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it was a matter of when I was getting started, I don't think I had someone who was working on my hair that cared about it growing out the way it needed to grow out.
Okay, and that's a common problem in the hair industry. A lot of times, you meet up with stylists, and they can style your hair. They can style really, really well. But as far as managing the overall health and condition of the hair, that's the area that kind of, goes lacking. And that's why we have, people who state on their cards that they specialize in healthy hair, because it's true. That is truly a specialty and a gift. Everybody can't specialize in healthy hair, just so you know. But, that is something that I truly do specialize in, and I take pride in that. I do strive to continually make the hair healthy, and if it's not healthy, that is a concern for me. So since that point that we've continued, I've continued care of her hair, we have since, talked about different scalp oils and different products to grow her hair. But a lot of, not only is it a matter of product usage and how to use a product and what products to use, it's also a matter of diet. It's also a matter of water intake, getting regular trims, regular deep conditioning, those things as well. Previously, we took out a sew-in on this particular client's hair, and when we took it out, I actually shampooed her hair. She has a dryness issue, so I shampooed her hair with a tea tree shampoo, and then followed up with a deep conditioner, which had replenishing vitamins in it, so vitamin E, et cetera, to restore the moisture of her hair before I went back and added the extensions to braid it back down for another sewing round. But over the course of that, I make sure that her scalp is conditioned and moisturized so that it lubricates hair growth. That's the important thing about hair growth. The scalp, in order for the hair to properly grow, there can't be any inhibition in the growth, the movement of the hair from the scalp. So meaning that the hair has to be stimulated from within and it has to be lubricated to grow. So therefore, that's where your products come in. Your products that you use on the scalp, or the agents in the products, are designed to stimulate the scalp and then designed to lubricate it. What I've recommended for this particular client, and I don't really give out different product names, but what I've recommended is a scalp oil that has different natural herbs in it, and those herbs, as well as, like I said, also the combination of vitamin E. Vitamin E improves circulation and blood flow, and that is the blood flow carrying nutrients to the scalp and therefore encouraging the hair to grow. So that's what we had diagnosed for her. Since she's consistently been using that, as I showed you, that's where the darker part of her natural new growth has come into play. And so she's making great progress. At one point, I was not able to grip her hair this easily. It took a while for us to get to this point, but we're on steady progress. So I'm going to leave this part alone, as you've seen this portion, and I'll come back to the part where her hair is actually braided and sewn, and you'll see the finished result. But I wanted you to really see what is under extensions, because a lot of people, they see the extensions and that's it. I wanted you to see that extensions are indeed a protective style. They are a valid protective style, and they're helpful in the cases of most women who, due to their daily routine or just their skill, they may not be hair people, but they're able to, they run their daily lives. They just don't have time to deal with, doing hair. But at the same time, they want to know that underneath the extension, they have a healthy head of hair. So that is a very important aspect of the natural hair care industry that sometimes is neglected, because everybody's like, okay, well, no weave, no extensions, no, this is all me, all me, all me. And sometimes you need a little help. It can't always be all me, because, for those people who have tried to do that and they're not hair inclined, I would rather know that hair is protected underneath than them have a problem with breakage and damage due to them trying to maintain it themselves, even if they can't get into me. So we'll be back. I'll show pictures of the finished result after this, okay?